all right, give me your line. She gave me her phone number. And then I fucked up. This was in like a supermarket. It was in the middle of nowhere. So, what happened was, I'll reach out in a bit. I gotta finish this story. I have ADD. I'll get off track if I don't. So what happened was, we went with her to the ocean. Sorry, that's not what happened. I took her line, and I went back home. And then, when I was at home, I told the other guys, and a lot of people had similar stories. Like, yeah, this girl tried to pick me up today. It was really weird. But one of our friends was a fucking idiot, and he was just too horny. And he did it because you would ask them online, like, hey, let's hang out. And they would be like, yeah, meet me here by the ocean, 5 p.m., and we'll go on a date. Now, this should, like, I don't know why this idiot thought this was a good idea, but he did it. So a van pulls up, an actual black unmarked van pulls up. This is from his story, of course. And there's like 5 people in the van. And he's like, is this the date? And they're all like, yeah, this is it, bro. Get in the van. And then he goes into the van. Like, he goes into this van with these people. So they drive off. It's like an hour away. They put him into like this makeshift Buddhist temple. It's a Buddhist cult. They like imitate Buddhism, but they believe that the Buddha reincarnated as some old guy in Chiba, which happens to also be a political party. It's fucked up. But so they make him meditate. First he has to fill out a form with his address. Again, this idiot fills out our address. We were a dormitory. We all lived together. They make him read, they were like, can you read hiragana? Or sorry, can you read furigana? Which is like Chinese characters, but they put hiragana on top. And like, he was like, yeah, I can read that. So they made him chant this Buddhist scripture for like 4 hours. He had to sit on his knees in this church and just go like, Sani mo nara, like for like an hour. What's up, Duncan? What's up, Lifesavers? Anyway, they brought him back home safely. He got a little bracelet and the book of their scripture. He got home safely. They just brought him back with the van. But now they knew where we lived. Fast forward to 1 week. One of the girls approaches me. I'm on the street. I'm having a great time. What's up? She comes to me. She was like, are you single? And I had a girlfriend at the time. I was like, no. She's like, give me your line. We'll still go on a date. It'll be okay. So I'm like, I know who you guys are. I didn't say it, but like I knew what was going on. I gave her a line just for shits and giggles. So I went home. And at home, my other friend was like, I want to try it. I want to do the Buddhist bullshit. So I gave him her number, and then he was like, hey, I know this is not the guy, but do you still want to go on a date with me? And they were like, yeah, let's go. And then he did the same thing. He did the Ino Mano. 2 guys. Fast forward another week. What's a line? A line is like an app. It's how you talk to people. It's like social media. So fast forward another week. I get a call because I'm gone. I'm in kendo practice. I finished kendo practice. I get a call. And then they're like, you got to get the fuck over here. There is a group of people in our living room. We had a social living room, right? It's a dormitory. There's a group of people in our living room. They're not going away. And they're trying to get all of us to come with them. And we had like, it was a really big martial arts school. So there was like a judo, the like Lithuanian Olympic judo team was there or something, right? And they were bothering, nobody spoke Japanese, right? Because they were bothering all these other people. They weren't like students like us. They were just here to train. So I went down to talk to them because I was the only one speaking Japanese at that time. I went down to talk to these old ladies. And I was like, what's going on? I was like, yeah, we're from this and that. And I recognized the girl, and she immediately came up to my arm. I was like, please don't touch me. Do I gotta press a button? This is the longest fucking red light ever. So I just kind of vibe with them for a little bit. Meanwhile, I called like one of our teachers, like our Japanese sensei. Like I called her and I was like, Sensei, listen, there's a lot of people from a cult here, and we're kind of scared because they're not leaving. She's like, don't touch them. Whatever you do not engage in physical contact because they'll sue you. That's what they do. They provoke, and if you touch them, they have lawyers and political influence. They'll sue you and you'll get into a lot of trouble. That's how they make money. So basically we called the police. And they kept like, try it, come with us, come do the Buddhist bullshit. We got their flyer. I still have one of their flyers. I'll show it on stream another day. They went with us, and then the police came way too late. I told them, listen, we called the police. You can stay and then you can talk to the police, or you could just leave right now and I'll tell them they don't have to come anymore. And then they were like, they left immediately. So the police came and I had to fill in a whole report. And it turns out that they've kind of recruited a lot of students on campus. And this was the International Buddha University, emphasis on international, and there's a very hard rule of no religion on school campus. Like as a principle, not even Shinto, not even Japanese, because it was a sports university based on Olympics. And that was it. They never came back, but I still see them. They have a very specific flyer. It has like Japanese text, and it has like a Mount Fuji. And then I researched it, and it's called Soka Gakkai. They actually have like political influence, and it's a very scary cult. It's the biggest in Japan at this point. And I swear to God, at some point there's going to be some type of massacre where you're going to hear about them. Joining cults so overrated. Yeah, I know. So that's the story of how I almost got abducted in a cult. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Isn't Buddhism supposed to be about compassion? Yeah, so it's not Buddhism, because I had like a Christian friend that used to be, there's also a group of Christians, by the way. This is a different story for a different time. I used to be involved with like a Christian, it was kind of a sect. They're very nice. I still have some of them as friends, but it was not. There was also a Christian, not a cult, but it was kind of a cult. So one of my Christian friends, I'm not a Christian, I'm an atheist, by the way, but there's a lot of weird shit happening on university campuses, right? So my friend that used to be a Buddhist, he was like, no, they're not Buddhist. Like, they use Buddhism, but if you read, they gave us a piece of paper in English. It was very scary. It was like, Jesus Christ is dead and Buddha is alive. Therefore, our Buddha is still alive. Like, he lives in Chiba. And that's why he's so much more stronger than Jesus. So Christianity is weak. And we are very much, it was like a whole English paragraph of that shit. So they believe that, like, there's this guy in Chiba, which is like a political party, and he's the new Buddha. So they kind of use Buddhism. Oh, my phone shut down. I can't read chat. Let me charge my phone for a little bit. I forgot to charge my phone. Don't worry, stream's on. I can't read chat right now. You can talk, I'll read it in a bit. But that's basically what happened. So that's what these people believe, right? And that's it, man. That's that. It was so scary. Because I used to keep running into them. This was a very small. The village is called Katsura. It's like very small. It's an ocean. It's a beautiful village. Yeah. Shout out my Christian homies though. They're doing like another event. I actually kind of want to go back there because, like, one of my good friends, he was part of their little Christian group. It's called Lifehouse. I don't know, like it's part of like an American Christian thing, and they have like missionaries, and they send all these really beautiful girls to come do missionary stuff in Japan. It's really weird. But my good friend, I'm not gonna say his name.